Hi guys, assalamu alaikum, welcome to my channel. I'm Shazi, you may know me as Brown Girl Does Makeup. Thank you for clicking on my video. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, and if you're enjoying the content, please give my videos a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, really does help me out. So today I'm doing a Project Pan update. This is going to be Project Pan update number 4, and this is covering the months of August and September. So I was going to do August, September, October and an update, but because I'm making a few changes, I thought I will do the update now. And also I don't have my laptop with me, so I can't actually look at what the check-in was last time and compare it on screen. But what I'm going to do is I'll weigh everything on screen now, and then I'll put the comparisons on screen from last check-in should I say. So I'm going to start off with the things that I haven't recorded any weights for, because I'm either just using them naturally or I'm going through stuff like my mascara and stuff like that. So I'm going to start off with the setting spray. Now I introduced this my last check-in, the Benefit Professional setting spray, and I've actually finished this one, and this is not the Revolution Matte Fix, it's the MAC Fix Plus that's in here. I had finished the Revolution one, and then my MAC Fix Plus spray didn't work, so I decanted it into this, and I've actually finished that. And yeah, so I'm just going to use this naturally, and then once this is done, I've only got one more setting spray and that's it. So I might consider purchasing some setting sprays in the future, I don't know. So I put these two mascaras in from Tarte. I'm going through all my mascaras this year and using them up, and I've gone through quite a lot because I think a lot of them are not performing as well as they should do, or they've just dried up really quickly, and these two are ones that are not performing as I hope they would, and they have dried up really quickly. And this lid's a bit grimy, I don't know why that's grimy, but it is what it is. So I actually only used these a few times, and I didn't like them. I didn't like them at all. I don't know if these ones that I have are just dry, but they weren't nice at all. I didn't like them, so I took them out and then I replaced them with these two. So I replaced it with the Huda One Coat Wow. I do really enjoy this mascara, but it's tiny. This one is a sample that I got when I did a purchase, and it's not going to last long, so I got that. And then I had this Iconic London mascara. This is a triple threat mascara. This one's very different compared to what I'm used to. I'm used to those bigger ones, but this is quite tiny. And I do like this for my lower lash line and for separation. I used this first and I didn't really like it for my upper lash line. It was too sparse. It made my lashes too sparse. It didn't make it fluffy and nice and stuff. So that's why I took this one out to use, and I solely use this on my lower lash line and I use this on my upper lash line. So that's those. So I'm going to put these there with those and that there. I want to address this. This doesn't belong in this. I think my daughter put it in the basket when she was playing in my drawers, and I didn't realize, and I just put it out, and I only realized now after filming and taking pictures that this is in here, so please ignore this. So this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine. It's in, what are you in? Happy. I just wanted to use it up. I kind of want to use all these sort of products up. As you can see, let me see. I don't really have a lot left, so hopefully I can get rid of that soon. But I'm not using makeup as much because I'm not actually going out as much into office and stuff. So my usage won't be as good as before, but I'm not weighing this, I'm just using it naturally. So now we're coming to the things that I am weighing and it's supposed to be monitoring. So I've got my putty primers. This is the matte one from e.l.f. That's going to weigh the same, I think, as last check-in. I'll put the last check-in on screen now. I haven't used this, and I'm going to put it back in my collection. There's not a lot left. I want to kind of use it up, but because the weather has changed a bit, I'm not getting as oily, so I don't really need the matte one at the moment. So I'm going to just pop this back into my collection. I'm going to put that to that side. And then this is the Poreless Putty Primer. Again, there's not a lot in there. I do want to use it up, but I don't know, I just kind of got bored of it, so I've stopped using it. And again, that might be the same as the last check-in. So those are going back into the collection. And whilst we're on primers, this is the Pat McGrath primer. I do quite enjoy this, and at the moment it's a good primer for me because the weather is in the weird phase where it's still a tiny bit warm. It's not cold enough to wear a coat or anything like that, so I'm in that phase where my face doesn't get too oily, but it's starting to dry out a little bit with the weather change. So this is quite a good primer at the moment for me. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to put the last weigh-in check-in on screen, and the check-in for this time is 61.5. So this is the Pat McGrath foundation. I thought it was too dark for me, but since I've been using it more often, it's not. It actually sits on my skin quite nicely with the color and everything. It doesn't make me look too dark or anything like that. This is in M18. I do really enjoy this foundation. I'm going to keep going at it. I have been using it solely. I haven't used any other foundations. So this month, for August and September check-in, it's 149.6 grams. And then I have my two concealers that I have been using solely. I've used my Huda concealer once, but I've only used these two. This is in M17 and M18. So M17 is 34.9 grams, and then M18 is 36.1 grams. I don't use M18 as often as I use M17 because M17 is slightly lighter and it's a little bit more yellowy, should I say, than M18. So when I use it, it kind of cancels out my darkness underneath. So I tend to use that underneath my eyes more. And M18 I use spot correction, but I'm fortunate enough to not have as much hyperpigmentation on my face at the moment, you know, and hoping it stays that way. So I'm not using it as often, but I might start just using it under my eyes. I'm not getting a lot of usage out of it. And this I've added, which is the powder, is in medium. It's the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. I do like using this. I've been using it quite a lot, as you can see, but I'm not really weighing it. I'm just using it naturally, so I'm just gonna carry on using it naturally. And then sticking to powders, this is the EX1 Pure Crush Mineral Foundation Powder. This is in 7. Even though this is a foundation powder, I do like powders with a little bit of colour on it to, you know, add more coverage to my face. Not that I really need it at the moment, but I also want to use this up because it's been in my collection for some time. So that's 37 grams. And then this Laura Mercier one, this is in Honey Translucent. That's 96.5 grams. I'm actually taking this one out of the project pan because I want to focus on that one. And I feel like if I have one too many of the same products, I start to feel a bit overwhelmed. It's taken me 9 months to realize that. So I'm going to just take this one out for the time being and focus on that one until I'm finished. Then we have the MAC Studio Fix Studio Foundation Powder. This is in NC42, and this I use to just buff, so you won't see a huge amount of usage on this. And that's 51.8. I'm going to put that one there. Let's separate these things. And the last powder I've had this in the project since the beginning of the year and I haven't used it. I'm still going to weigh it anyway. It's 50.6 grams. But as I mentioned, I feel like I'm failing because I'm not using this at all. So for me, I'm going to just remove it out of the project. This is the bronzer I've been focusing on. It's the Becca bronzer. And I have hit pan on this, if I can open it. As you can see, I have hit pan there. There you can see a small pan is growing quite nicely. So I'm very proud of that, and I'm gonna keep on using that. So this one's at 62.8 grams. And then this is the My Dream Cheek Trio blush and highlighter palette. As you can see, I have got quite a large dip in the highlighter, and you can see I've got a bit of a dip there too, and I should have a little bit of a dip in the blusher too, but you can't really see it. Let me see if I can get this. Can you see the dip? Yeah, you can kind of see the dip a little bit. I only use these. I've been testing out a couple of other blushes that I bought recently. I haven't actually focused on them. I've been focusing on this, but I'm gonna start mixing it up a little bit because I am getting bored of this palette, to be honest. I am getting really bored of it, but I want to continue until the end of the year because I do want to use it up as much as possible, even though I got it for practically half price because there was a glitch on the website, on Sephora's website, and they had it for £25 when I bought it. I still kind of like really new in my collection, and although I don't support the brand anymore, I still don't want to be wasteful, so I still want to try and get as much usage as possible. And at the end of the year, then I'll see how far I got and consider decluttering it, because it's nice. The highlighter is nice, the blush is fine. So as I was saying, I am getting bored of this, and yes, it's nice. Like the highlight is nice, the blush is nice. I don't really mind the cream, but it's not really my thing. I feel like it's an additional step that I personally don't need. But my problem with it is that I was doing my highlighter declutter video, and I have so many highlighters that are stunning, and I kind of like feel like I have too many. And because I'm not supporting this brand anymore, I need to just I just kind of want to focus and get rid. So yeah, that's one that I'm gonna keep in the project, hopefully till the end of the year, and see how far I go, and then declutter if I have to. So it's at 103 grams. There's not going to be huge usage from my last check-in, which was July, to now, because I think I've only been in office about 6 times in the last 2 months, and I've also gone out like maybe 2-3 times using this makeup, so there's not going to be a huge amount of progress. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Granite, and this I've been going at it strong, and you can see there's huge progress, but I doubt you're going to see it in the weight because the glass container is not going to really show. It's still 44.4 grams, and I think it's the same as before. And then this is the Gimme Brow and number 6, and I think this is definitely on its last legs because it's becoming a bit clumpy. I'm gonna try for 1 more month, and if it's too clumpy, I'm just gonna get rid. I've got 3 brow products, sorry. One's clear and 2's colored, so I'm gonna, I don't know which one I'm gonna bring in, but I'll definitely bring one in next month. So that's 8.8 grams. And then these are my eyeliners. I wanted a selection of eyeliners to use so I can try make use of all of them. I've used the by Beauty Bay crayon eyeliner in coffee. This is one of my favorite brown eyeliners, so there should be some usage on that. That's 5.9 grams. I haven't used this Linda Hallberg one at all, but let's just see anyway. That's 5.4 grams, and I'm going to remove this one because I'm not using it. There's no point of having it in there. And as you can see, the one I've used the most is the Pat McGrath one, and this is in Extreme Black, and I do quite like it. I just find it quick and easy to use. The pencil glides on really nicely, and it sets quite quickly, so there's no smudging or anything like that. And you know, I'm wearing it for a whole day at work, so when I come home, there's no like transfer or smudging or anything like that unless I physically rub my eyes. So I do really enjoy this eyeliner too, but I am super glad that it's coming, you know, to the point where I won't be able to sharpen it anymore, because it shows that I've used it quite a bit, and I do have quite a few black eyeliners I can change up. Let me put it this way. So that's 3.4 grams. So this is everything that I have in my project, and these are empties and these are going back into my collection. So this is all I'm going to focus on for the rest of the year. When my brow product and the black eyeliner finishes, I'm going to obviously replace it with a new one, and also the mascaras, but I'm not going to keep track of how much I'm using of the mascaras, because like I said, I just want to be using them for the 3 months and then getting rid, you know, as the suggested timescale of uses. So I've got 2 more months on those to use, unless they dry up within those 2 months. So yeah, I think I'm doing quite well. My box that I'm keeping all the stuff that I've either wanted to declutter or finished is quite full, so I'm quite happy with the progress I've made. But the problem with that is, as much as I want to reduce my makeup collection, I want to replace as well. So now I'm like, oh, but I've only got this amount of that, and I want to kind of try this one out or that one out, and you know, and then so now I'm getting that urge to buy, and lo and behold, I did buy stuff last month. You should be seeing videos come up soon, hopefully, of things that I have purchased recently. And I was trying really hard not to buy anything, because I'm trying to reduce my makeup collection and be mindful of my spending. And then I just kind of like said, sod it, I'm buying whatever I want. And I spent a ton of money, not just on makeup, on other stuff, like all these gadgety things off TikTok shop. Like, I don't know if anyone else does that. I have done it now. Like, I've spent so much money on TikTok shop buying all these, especially they're giving like these vouchers, you know, you can get like good amount off of money if you spend a certain amount of money. So I've been doing that, and it's just like, I was like, oh, this is madness, what am I doing with myself? But to be fair, some of the gadgets I bought are quite handy. Let me know if you want to see anything about those. I'll probably put it on my TikTok actually, and rather than putting it on YouTube. But yeah, as I digress, I have bought stuff, so you stay tuned to see what I bought in the next coming weeks. And I do have a few things I want to purchase as get like and try out, so I might end up just buying stuff because I feel like I deserve it, even though I don't. Because I have been doing really well in my project plan, and I'm just being silly wanting to buy stuff when I shouldn't really be buying stuff. Let me know if you have those issues down below, and let me know how your project plans are going. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this video and my ramble about me buying products. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye.